Jackie Trent and Tony Hackett.
Isn't it odd? The diamonds are a girl's best friend, but a man's best friend is his dog.
The day I remember, the day that's nearest my heart. It's the day that we women all burnt our bras.
And that was a flop for a start. Man and woman, woman and man. They've been at each other's throats ever since the world began.
Philip Dixie and his nude male models.
And here is posing a picture full of drama. Defeat of Napoleon. And here is Philip in lighter mood as he brings you The Policeman's Ball.
The Fabulous Hoolas. The Shalini Brothers.
There were 10 green bottles hanging on the wall. 10 green bottles hanging on the wall. And if one green bottle should accidentally fall, there be 7.
Yes, it's the Benny Hill Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, I should like to start with Oliver Twist, featuring Nancy and Bill Sykes. No, Bill Sykes! No, Bill Sykes! Don't touch little Oliver! Please, I beg of you, Bill! Don't touch little Oliver! No, Bill, don't! Whatever you do, don't touch little Oliver!
What did you say, Nancy? Not touch little Oliver? Well, have you got? Forgotten your weight? Come here! Come here!
Oh, no, Bill! Oh, no! No, don't! Oh, ow! Here! Oh, no! No, Bill!
I'm sorry, Mr. Nemo, we can't hear you.
Well, I couldn't get these out, John. Could somebody get me rice pudding? Could you order me rice pudding?
Then send in the prisoner.
No more whippings! No more beatings! I beg of you!
Tell me the name of the man who saved my brother's life, and you shall go free.
Well, then, the name of the man who saved your brother's life is... His name is... Ah! His name is the Duke of Danby. Oh!
So, the Duke of Denby would save the life of a man who I always thought his enemy? But why?
Find your nail.
The reason will be most rewarding.
Peter, don't... Oh!
Send in the Duke of Denby.
Peter. Don't... Oh! No, you... Oh! You sent for me, Your Majesty?
Even a queen must thank the man who saved the life of her brother.
Aye.
Come, my lord of Denby, give me your hand. Nay, my lord, the other hand. Nay. Nay, my lord, both hands.
She didn't have to have both hands, did she? Could have done it with one. I can't get the bloody thing off, can I?
Oh, dear. Hello, Madge. I've had such a busy day, honestly. I could do with 2 pairs of hands.
Oh, 2 pairs of hands, dear. Not if they look like that. They are.
Oh, it's all that washing up.
Oh, you want to try balm olive, my dear?
That's washing up, liquid.
That's what your hands are in now.
Oh.
Oh, yes.
Oh, Balm Oliver's especially mild, and there's none gentler. Oh, Balm Oliver will keep your hands lovely and soft.
Wait,
And what...
you see my glue?
Goodness me. Madge.
Honestly, Johnny, so bloody rough that great gimp.
Then send in the traitor.
Aye, Your Majesty. I'll send him in.
To think a captain of the guard should treat his queen so. He shall pay dearly for this. Captain, I would speak with you.
Aye, Your Majesty.
I would speak with you. Come here.
But I can hear thee... I can hear thee full well from here, Your Majesty.
I command you to come here.
I could have heard of that there, John. There was... It's not my fault. But could you get a welder then? Ha, ha, ha! Another fine day here in Sherwood Forest. What say you to that, eh, Little John?
Robin, what a splendid day for hanging a sheriff.
Hold hard. Hanging's too good for him. What do you say to that, eh, Little John? No. Well, I told you to keep to the left.
I did keep to the left.
Shut that door, then.
Yes, and I'm going off for tea. I've had enough.
Well, I don't... Nay, my liege. I tell you nay, nay. You shall not take me alive. Never. For with yonder sword... with yonder sword, shall I... With yonder poison tablet, which is concealed beneath my doublet, which is next to my singlet, shall I truly kill myself, and so do I die. I die. With yonder sword, shall I truly kill myself, and so... Ah! Blood! Blood! Shut that door. Ah, how quickly the blood doth congeal. And so... Sorry. And so do I die. Farewell, world. Farewell, dear mother that bore me. Farewell, Mrs. Arkwright. I'm sorry. John, there's supposed to be a chair here.
Well, nobody told me.
Well, you know I can't fall down. You know I'm trouble.
Have something soft. Softer even than your hair.
Blow it! I'm bloody blowing it.
I've hurt myself now. Oh, that made my eyes water.
So schön ist das. Schön, schön, schön.
Die Telefonen, mein Herr.
England on the telephone?
Ja.
Oh, lieber Gott. Moment. Hello there. Tisha here. Tisha. Thank you. I hope God will bless you also. Oh, ein gutes Mann und sehr religious. I have been dealing in the past with communicating with a Mr. Little. He is the one with the short Hampton branch. Then is it Mr. Hampton with the short little branch? Is it Mr. Hampton with a little short branch? It's Mr. Short with the little Hampton branch. Silly me. To whom am I spitting? Mr. Powell. It's Tisha here. Tisha, yeah, we met at the Hampshire Trade Fair in some tom-tom-tom. Yeah, I remember you told me you were exporter. I thought you meant you used to work on the railways. Yeah. We met your wife and daughter at the party at your house. Yeah, I wouldn't say that. Oh, that cows. Yeah. Only 15. She is a big girl for 15, yeah. For any age, she is big. Oh, she is big. It must cost a fortune to feed her. My son, 16, yeah. Yeah, well, that was the first time he had drunk British beer, yeah. It was unfortunate. Is her leg better? I'm so glad, yeah. He told me how much he admired your pink bathroom with a gold-plated toilet, yeah. You don't have a pink bathroom or a gold-plated toilet. You do have a pink spare room where you keep your euphonium. I didn't know you played Not Anymore, you don't know. You are a little rusty. It's a little rusty. Well, it would be, I suppose. Now, I am interested in seeing some of your ladies ready to wear clothes. They are getting a little behind in their hot pants. And you are looking into their see-through blouses. That's interesting, but what about the slacks? I'll tell you what about the slacks. With your slacks, Mr. Bowell, they are not. When I see a German girl walking out of here with a pair of British slacks, it looks like two little boys fighting underneath a blanket. And not so little either. And what about the Bustenhalter? The Bustenhalter. Die Halter für die Busten! Die Floppentitzen, yeah! Well then, the ones you sent for us, they were too gross. Not 288, they were too gross, they were too big. All 44s. They were hard to sell them, yeah. What nature had forgotten, we had to stuff with cotton. Oh, your designer made a slip. Well, he should send some slips over, not slips you can wear. I might have known it. What you really mean is your designer occasionally makes bloomers, also that you cannot wear. I might have known it, Mr. Bowell. Don't take the smoochish out of me, Mr. Bowell. We also have jokes about the British workers. Yeah, we do. A British workman the other day had an accident. He fell off his shovel. And compensation set in. What did they put on the bottom of the British beer bottle? Open other end. Yeah, what did they put at the top of the British ladder? Stop. So don't take the smoochish out of me, Mr. Bowell. And also, the laziness of your Schuhmachen is legendary. The Schuhmachen. Die Schuhmachen, Mr. Bowell. Die mir guck mal, der Mensch, was macht die Schuh... Oh, lieber Gott, Schuhmachen. Mr. Bowell, cobblers. Ja, so nicht dat de smoochish out of uns. Wir sind nicht alle dumm kaputt. Mr. Bowell, Mr. Bowell. He hung up. That is the trouble with these British. They are so touchy.
If it'll hold this in place, think what it'll do for your hair.
That's the last one we've got, you silly fat cow.
I mean, hay fever, can I? Go bloody!
Difficult stains. Just wash off.
We're going... are we going again, Keith?
Difficult stains. Just wash off.
Now, what can I say about my guest tonight that hasn't already been said about Piles? He has been described as a legend in his own mind, more dynamic than Derek Nimmo, sexier than Malcolm Muggeridge, and more controversial than Huey Green. Songs like I Can't Leave Her Behind Alone, I Can't Leave Her Behind Alone, and What Is This Thing Called Love? And What Is This Thing Called Love? Have made him a household name in places as far apart as Brighton and Hove. With 3 numbers in the top 10 in Macedonia, his voice has been described as sounding like someone breaking wind. Like someone breaking a window. I have been a fan of his since he came on the scene in the late 50s and early 60s. He is, of course, Tex Symbol. Well, welcome to the show, Tex. Now then, Tex, you're young, you're good-looking, you're rich, you're famous, and you've bought your mother a house in Pinner. Everywhere you go, beautiful women throw themselves at you. But tell me, honestly, does it really make you happy?
Yeah,
That's really most enlightening. It really is. But let's get back now to the to the beginning, Tex. I mean, how did it all start?
Yeah, well, I've always wanted to make something of my life, you know. I've always wanted to be respected. Albert Schweitzer or Mick Jagger or, you know, one of that lot, you know. And I've got, like, his head full of words, of poetry and all that. I've got all these words in my head all the time, and it's like, when I see a nice-looking bird, I just can't wait to get them down. On paper, you know what I mean? But I want to go to school.
And with Scotland right here at the top, and of course the Isle of Man, which is... Not quite right, Willie Baxter. You're too fond of your oats, that's your trouble. And we leave Miss Monroe alone as well. Now then, children, up here, of course... Oh, very well, then, go on, off you get. Off you get out of it, you little dears. Off you go, off you go. Oh, that Tex. He knew far too many vulgar songs for my liking. Quite disgusting, some of them were.
You mean he actually sang them in class?
No, but he whistled them. Fortunately, I've always had this rather wonderful book on child psychology. I used to belt him round the head with that. But I blame his probation officer, you know. He was far too laxative. He was rather a peculiar man to boot as well, or something awfully strange about
that. You, of course, were present when Tex and his group played at the Denby Town Hall.
That is quite right. What a commotion they caused.
Aha.
Well, they was holding an Oddfellows gathering. I mean, they didn't expect jubilant delinquents, not on a night like that.
Was it a testimonial dinner?
I don't know. I only had a drink. But the lady mayoress, who was sitting on my right hand, well, not like sitting on it, you know, sitting on it, said to me, was you ever a juvenile delinquent? I nearly was, said I, but I managed to stop myself in time. How, said she. I grew up, said I. At this, the lady mayoress, who was rather on the plump side, fairly shook with laughter.
They must have been quite a handful. The delinquents.
Oh, yes, they was as well, yeah. But, I mean, I myself, I'm more for the quiet, genital way of life. Quiet life, no. I couldn't carry on like Tex does or anything. All right.
Well, it does, like, get a bit hectic, you know, like in a recording studio.
It's knowing that your door is always open and your path is free to walk. That makes me tend to leave my sleeping bag rolled up and stashed behind your couch. And it's knowing I'm not shackled by forgotten words and bonds and the ink stains that have dried upon some line. Between the back roads by the rivers of my memory that keeps you ever gentle on my mind. Gentle on my mind. Gentle on my mind. Gentle on my mind.
Isn't that lovely? It was his first guitar. He got it from the Works raffle.
He won it?
No, he organised it. But, you know, they was ever so proud of him. We're all proud of him, really, you know, and even his old school, and you had to be recommended by a magistrate even to get in there. And they had a speech day the other day, and they wanted him to go along and present the prizes.
And you see, he had this kipper for his breakfast, and I think it must have been awful something because he was at the back all day long. So consequently, he couldn't go along and
officiate.
Yeah, I told you, it was a kipper he ate. He's a lovely boy.
Oh, he's a lovely boy. And I'm not just saying that because he's my brother. Because Arnold would... Oh, I'm sorry. You didn't know his name was Arnold, did you? It is Arnold. Arnold Bibby. But there's nothing he wouldn't do for Mother and me. And that's about all he's ever done for us.
Ian George!
Well, everybody's making out he's so blooming marvellous and wonderful, and everybody's making out the things are what they are not, and they are not. What about his drinking?
There are 47 pubs in this town, and he hasn't been in one of them.
And which one's that? Yes. And what about Angela and the baby? And my bicycle pump?
He's a lovely boy. I don't want to say he's my son. I won't hear it. I wonder, what about this lovely reference they give him? This lovely reference, it says he's noble and honest and hard-working and industrious.
Mother, that is not a reference. That is a weighing machine ticket.
I don't care what you say. I won't hear it. He's my son. Look what he brought me back from America. My son brought that back all the way from America, from the deep south, from Mississippi. Look at that. That's real mint julep, that is. There you are. Cheers.
Yeah, well, I mean, that American tour, cool, that was something else, man.
6 years ago, when I first heard his album, I just went, wow! You know what? I wet my knickers. Isn't that awful?
But that was 6 years ago.
Oh, I mean just now when I went, wow! I've done it again. You don't understand. You see, he means so much to us kids. Honestly, he's a wonderful person because he's like our leader. He's like our God. Because, you know, after Vietnam and Nixon and Watergate and ANU and all that, he's all we've got left. You see, he's all we've got. Tex is all we've got. Tex is all we've got. He's all we've... Help! Help! Help me!
Tex cymbal band, the only band where the drummer carries the melody. We'll be hearing from the Irish band leader, Edmund Earl Ross, and his sextet. And we'll be seeing Elton John tackling a bowl full of salad, a soulful ballad. And we'll be seeing Elson Doris Waters in Nashville. We were to have had Alvin Stardust, but unfortunately his voice is gone, owing to him trying to get that very large agenda of his into his very tight schedules. But we do have somebody with us tonight who was on the Tex Cymbal American tour, and that is country and western stylist Hank Key. Hank, you've only just arrived in this country, haven't you?
I'd have been at the studio sooner, only at the airport this security lady had to search me.
It took so long.
No, but I went back for seconds.
Naturally. But I believe that this tour, the American tour of Tex Cymbal, was really quite something.
Oh, sure as hell was. Well, I remember the first night out, my lady singer, she wore a strapless evening gown. I wouldn't have minded, only she had wash for a V-neck. Hello, Tex, he says to her, he says, I don't see what keeps that dress up. She says, you play your cards right and you will. She had no right talking to him like that, though. I was going to fire her. I was going to sack her. She said, boss, don't sack me. She said, I'll do anything if you'll forgive me, just anything. So I forgave her. I forgave her 4 times. Nah, I'm joshing. He a fine boy. Why, he bought me these here spurs. That's made of real Sheffield steel. Real Sheffield steel, them are. And you... Oh, darn it. I didn't know they as heavy as that.
Well, now let's look now at Tex Cymbal, and really made his first big success with his first #1 on Top of the Pops.
If I were a squirrel, I'd frolic in the grass.
I'd climb up all the chestnut trees and I'd slide down on my hands and knees. If I were a salmon, I would swim just beneath the ice. And when the girls came skating past, ooh, wouldn't it be nice? But I am just a lonely boy and I must walk alone. I long to have a little girl that I can call my own. I long to hold a loving hand in mine, long to see a lovely face, long to kiss two lips as red as wine and feel the soft embrace. Yes, I am just a lonely boy and I must walk alone. I long to have a little girl that I can call my own. I long to hold a loving hand in mine, long to see a lovely face, long to kiss two lips as red as wine and feel the soft embrace. If I were a pigeon, every day I fly around to see my mother-in-law and I'd look right in her eye. But I'm just an unlucky lad, so unlucky it has often been said. If I was Sophia Loren's baby boy, oh, I'd be bottle-fed. I am just a lonely boy and I must walk alone. I long to have a little girl that I can call my own. I long to hold a loving hand in mine, long to see a lovely face, long to kiss two lips as red as wine. I am just a lonely boy and I must walk alone. I long to have a little girl that I can call my own. I long to hold a loving hand in mine, long to see a lovely face, long to kiss two lips as red as wine and feel a soft embrace. Feel a soft embrace. Feel a soft embrace. Soft embrace, feel a soft embrace.
And you mean to tell me, Tex, that with all this success, that your lifestyle hasn't changed one little bit? No, not one little bit.